she up there saying a lot of right now, for what I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, I tried to be good to all them folks. You know what I'm saying? That I had trusted or whatever. And she was baiting a anyway. She had an agenda. You see what I'm saying?
All of them had an agenda too.
Yeah, all of them had an agenda. So
they seen that money.
Exactly. So they you know what I'm saying? They baited a first. They baiting. You know what I'm saying? Like Sap was like, oh, you be looking like, I ain't asked nobody for shit. But see, you be sweating on live and this and that, and I want to get you a air condition. Instead of them, okay, and then, see, I pays attention to a lot of shit. Real talk, I really pay attention to shit when motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, be on what they own. And I said, well, damn, why she ain't just order the air conditioner, had it sent to my address? No, she sent the money because what this woman has said about me, okay, if it's like that, that money ain't going towards no air conditioner. That $400 ain't going towards no air conditioner. You see what I'm saying? And what did I do? I go straight and get the air conditioner.
Straight and get the air conditioner.
Showed myself paying for the air conditioner and everything, tearing it out the box, all that shit. You feel me? See, that was see, if I had that money up for that air conditioner, that would have been content.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying? To like, yeah, cause I sent them $400, that motherfucker smoked it up.
Now see, they were going by the story that Melissa painted about you.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
She put, you know, she had a story that, you know, you was this strung out crackhead or whatever.
Yep.
He ain't got, he's strung out, he bad, you know.
Yeah, he's so bad, but you was lying.
Yeah, and then, you know, but all I can see what happened, if you was that bad, why would you was there for 12 years? That's what I keep saying.
Oh man, cause I wasn't that bad. I wasn't that bad. You feel me? Like, I had more business to take care of than getting high. You see what I'm saying? Like, when I did do it, man, we was on the road so motherfucking much, you can't do it like that when you on the road because you meeting people, seeing people, gotta talk to folks. You know what I'm saying? They wanna take you here, they wanna take you there for promotions and all kinds of shit, going out to eat. And they right there in your face, grilled. Like, they happy to see you and all, you feel me? So how can you be high, smoking crack now, and still able to function business?
You're not gonna function.
Thank
You're not gonna be on that business mode.
You don't even be on no mode.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be on no mode because the only thing you worried about is that one little
high.
High.
The only thing you worried about is high. You don't want to talk to nobody.
Yeah, because I never know being around people that I done seen growing up. I never know a goddamn functioning crackhead.
They kill me with this shit, dog. They kill me with this shit.
I don't know why everybody, you know, will come at a person, you know, and if you doing like you doing now, they gonna try to put that, they gonna keep that flow going that he's a functional crackhead.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It's not no functioning crackhead. I don't care what nobody say. If he own it, he own it.
Yeah.
And that's all on his mind.
See, and then, yeah, exactly. I feel where you coming from. But that's, you know, and I'm keep finishing the story about her, about Salpa. You know, like I said, she had an agenda. You know what I'm saying? That wanted me bad as hell. Hands down. You feel me? Cause the next morning after I was there, remember I went down there to Florida, I ain't have no clothes or nothing, you know, and the next day, she took me shopping, bought me about 4 outfits, a little short with the shirts, bought me some shoes, some new shoes, and all that man. So, you know, I was like, shit, this motherfucker cool as hell. I never thought nothing other than that, though, because she didn't turn me on for real. I'm gonna just be honest with you, on God, like, that was the only problem. Got their taste in women. I don't care what you say, you feel me? Some niggas like big women, some niggas like smaller women, whatever. But even though I was trying to figure out, like, how can I, cause I know what you want. You too good to me. Steak dinners and shit, big breakfasts, you feel me? Inviting folks over to the crib to meet me. They didn't, know me from social media. And as soon as I tell you, like, look, I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't do that. You feel me? I can't be your nigga. You feel me like that? Because you done rubbed up on my leg a couple of nights. I know what you're trying to do.
See, the thing was, she seen the potential. She knew. She seen years of comedy that you have been in. And she seen and heard about the money that you made off social media.
Yeah.
And that's what she thought she had. She caught you at a bad time. Thought she could goddamn buy you.
Yep.
And that's what the real deal was.
Yep.
You never knew somebody else might have had an agenda. Might have not been just her.
You ain't lying. It could have been all through a setup.
Been set up.
I thought about that numerous of times. Huh?
She sent you that $400 for the addict. That was an agenda.
Yep.
All she had to do was see the addict.
Yeah, she could have just, I'm talking about probably could have got it way cheaper and everything. I go to Walmart, but man, you know me, man, I'm gonna just be honest with you, shit. I had a chick right then. That's how I got to the Walmart. You feel me? Like, you think I'm up here motherfucking throw it off? You feel me? She left, that's her business. You know what I'm saying? I ain't care. After she was gone a certain of the time, you know they gonna have some push up around. Come on now.
You had to get that goddamn get back, cuz.
Especially, I had this that I needed something to take my mind off what I was going through.
At a time like that been with that woman, 12 years?
Yep.
It don't go away, goddamn, just talking about it. I don't care what nobody say. I don't give a damn who think that and just walk away from that and then like it ain't nothing and not think about it. It ain't, you can't do it.
But I can guarantee you right now, I bet you right now, it's her up more than it is me up.
Yeah, because when you running and trying to get clout from different people that you never dealt with blues, people going hard for these people, you're trying really.
Yeah.
To make yourself relevant again.
But that everybody can see through that.
He was known for comedy. He wasn't known for.
Exactly.
You known for comedy. People love you for comedy.
Yeah, but see, people don't understand that she thinks she's fooling the fans. Just because some people saying that's rooting in her favor, she thinks she doing something, man. I always know how she felt about the fans, for real. See, that's the thing that the motherfuckers don't know. My interest was all into the fans. Hers wasn't. She never thought these people had sense. And we used to get in arguments about that shit, because I took up for each and every fan that we had, like, even when she started selling purses. She tried to don't ask me about no goddamn comedy. I don't want to hear nothing about no comedy. You feel me? I'm like, what the you just say? Comedy was about every purse in here. I told her straight up, don't never let me hear you say that again. I'm telling you, cuz. For real. Because I ain't with that fake
Yeah, but then when a lot of people that can't handle success.
Can't handle it, or they just don't, they scared to be involved in it.
They can't handle success, in the respect of, y'all had a good run till y'all made plenty of money.
Yeah.
Anytime it's other acts in something, there's gonna be one that gonna think they was the top. They did everything. You can look at it different, like New Edition. That's what happened to them. It wasn't because they got to this time. It was just one or two people that was in there probably thought they was the best.
Yeah, that's with a lot of groups. That's the main thing with groups. And it don't come until the money start flowing in. When the money starts flowing in, that's when motherfuckers get out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But everybody need to be playing their position. Everybody got a position to play. You move up. But you can't move up and try to take over a creative business. You got to create your own business. You see what I'm saying? I either just step out of the way. If you don't want to do it no more, that's on you. But you tried to crush your just because you didn't want to be a part of it.
A lot of times, it's always one that when they get clout and they feel like you getting the most of the clout and they feel like they the one that success can miss anybody else. Think you successful in everything and you can do it by yourself. She ain't the first person and she probably ain't gonna be the last person that think like that.
Yeah. Money changed people, man. You gotta look at it from this point of view too. You dealing with someone, and even myself ain't never had. You see what I'm saying? Never had large quantities of money. Never seen checks with just so much of $10,000 a month, let alone 56 and 18 and 32,000 a month. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you get adjusted to that money, you feel like you the I even saw myself like wouldn't talk to certain people and not really look down, just didn't with nobody. You know what I'm saying? When the money was around like heavy. You ain't never had nothing in life. Money will change you once you get all a little money.
Yeah.
Your lifestyle will change. That's why you think people when they get their income tax be gone so fast. You know.
Get $3,000 or $4,000, you think you're a millionaire.
You think you're a millionaire. You think you can go, you get 3,000 or 4,000 and then they can quit their job. You feel me? Like, ain't no way, man. That ain't no money. It's not no money. I got that in my bank account, goddamn, in the next, I know by the next week, I'll have that in my bank account. But I'm doing things different. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting my ass down. You feel me? Like analyzing the things that I have to pay. Like my son right now, he, want some help with his car note this month. You feel me? Like, I bet that's something I gotta do. I can't renege on that. I can't tell him. I shouldn't be able to tell him, hey man, I don't care how bad I'm hurting. Okay, bet. I'm gonna look up to that priority because I ain't been doing for real. Foreign. You see what I'm saying? So if he asks me, yeah, I'm right, I'm gonna deliver. You know, that's just all about, huh?
I said you're supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
That's your son.
That's my son. Even though he working 2 jobs.
About you, you know, that was in the past. There's a lot of people that they had kids and some got in the middle or whatever, you know, went on.
Yeah.
And they might not see eye to eye for years.
Exactly.
And then, you know, they might change. A lot of that do change, you know. You don't know the situation, but everybody that's on the outside think they know the situation. They know your situation.
Yeah. And then, you know, at the same time, shit, I'm rehabilitating my mindset. I'm rehabilitating my life. You feel me? Just like I got bills here. You know what I'm saying? I can't overlook the bills here to be on the come up if I'm staying here.
Exactly.
Ain't nowhere in hell you gonna walk around with racks on top of racks and ain't paid no bills, nigga.
Yeah, exactly.
You shouldn't even feel comfortable living like that, knowing that you got it. You feel me? That's when you start forgetting who helped you, who was there for you, you know. But yeah, man, as soon as I had ended up to the South, that shit, all hell broke loose. I'm talking about, she had invited some people over for 4th of July, like eating, man. I was out there cooking meat all that day. You know what I'm saying? So she was like, I guess she thought I went upstairs to get dressed, take a shower and get dressed. I went upstairs, took a shower and got in the bed. That's when TT called me. TT had been calling me, dog, for about a couple of weeks, but I never would answer it because it had a Virginia number. I was like, I don't know nobody in no Virginia. But that night I answered it, and it was right on time, bruh. You know, because I didn't know what was about to happen the next morning. Okay, then they talking about, so he the one bashing this, talking about this woman. She tried to help me. See, that's the trickery about social media. You see what I'm saying? Like, motherfucker been said something, but they'll get somebody else to say it so it won't look like it coming from them. Okay, once you do that, now you got a mixed argument. You see what I'm saying? I checked on the bus when I didn't think about checking her Facebook status or post, cause I don't be on folks' page like that anyway. I wasn't doing it at the crib, but some just told me to go up there and see on her page what she been posting. If she posted anything, I just know her attitude was real fucked up when I was going to the bus station type. So I'm on the bus. I was just in. We were number 45 minutes from there to down there where she from to Jacksonville. 45 minutes on the bus. So I heard the dude come on the intercom, the bus driver. You know, we'll be pulling up, say, you know, in about 10 to 15 minutes. So that's when I thought, so let me go up here and see if she put this motherfucker if she been saying something about me. Man, there's already 3 or 4 posts about me from 6 in the morning to that afternoon. When I got there, it had to be about 2 o'clock. I said, look at this right here, man. Well, I said, well, what was this for? So I never did say anything. I just text her and she's like, man, that's fucked up how you go to social media and say some shit about me. But ever since then, it's been on with her with that posting shit. You feel me? Like I said, you gotta realize these people that's doing this shit, man, them motherfuckers can't have no sense themselves.
No, and then Tim, you get right down to what we talking about. When they seen you, they seen dog sign.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. Even if they had to steal it.
Yeah. They seen dog sign.
I mean, you know me, man. I got sense, dog. I ain't finna let nobody come in. If something I don't agree with it, something I don't want to be a part of, I'm gonna stand on that.
I know.
You ain't gonna change me on that. You know, me going to that strip club that night, the motherfuckers had me at the strip club till about 4 in the morning, man. Bruh, hey, even in my mess, nigga, I wasn't hanging out till no 4 in the morning.
At the time, Tim, you were going through, you were hurt, so I know you didn't want to be out. You really didn't want to be around.
I didn't even want to go. I told them they can go. No, you need to get out. I said, look, I ain't got to go. Y'all can go. I was content where I was, man. I was comfortable. You took me out my comfort zone. Then I had to ride an hour to the club.
Damn.
I was like, damn, we about 45 minutes. Like, we still on the freeway, mama. Then the dude, the bodyguard, and shit, he recognized me. Dad, that man was at it. I was like, oh, man.
Hey, man, that time like that probably wasn't good because you was already going through something.
Yep.
Then you was trying to get away from something, then you dealing with that.
Well, you know, I had talked to her, man, before I left Camden, before I left the trailer. I had talked to her. I said, man, what's up, man? I said, you know, that's the only time I talked to her. It was probably about a month after the breakup. I said, yo, you need to come home. What? I said, yeah, all that. We ain't gonna worry about this social media shit. You need to come home. For us, that word was, I come home when you put us in a house. I said, well, shit, when you see it, you'll know it. And I hung the phone up and I ain't speak to her since until we were talking about doing the comedy shit back together. You know.
Didn't you talk about a house all the time?
Huh?
I said, didn't you talk about a house all the time?
See, that was the first one came when we got the $56,000, man. We was up there in Little Rock, Arkansas. And when I woke up that morning, the money was in my account. And I told her, I was like, bro, I said, we can go stay anywhere you want to stay. I said, man, let's just go find a house. My grandma had got well. Because that was the whole purpose of us being down there, was trying to take care of my grandma, you know. I asked her, would she go down there? Me and her move down there and try to go look after my grandma because my family members asked me to. You know, so she agreed and it was on from there. But by that time, I got the money, my grandma hadn't got well. So after she got well, I said, look, we got this money. I'll never forget it. We had 4 shows in Little Rock, Arkansas. 4 shows that was down there for the whole weekend. Well, when we was leaving Sunday, then we had 2 Friday, 2 Saturday. We was leaving out that Sunday morning out, and I got up, we got dressed, and I opened my phone up to put the GPS in. I seen PayPal. I was like, damn. I pulled it up, and it was the money, man. I was like, damn. I was like, yo, the money done hit. We can go put down on anywhere we want to live. She was like, nah, just give me my half. So I clocked out at $2,200. I mean, $22,000. Transferred it right then. You know what I'm saying? Man, I was like, damn. She was like, that's just by your grandma trailer. I was like, man, what the fuck? I don't want to stay in Camden. I said, you see what we got going on. Why the fuck we should stay in Camden? Let's go. But that shit was all applied anyway.
Yeah. I think I'd had that much money. I would have gotten me somewhere comfortable.
If I really wanted the trailer, by my grandma buying a new trailer, my grandma bought a brand new trailer. Paid cash for it. They would have gave me the trailer just for taking care, looking out for her, making sure she eat every day, and you know her medicine and stuff.
Yeah.
My folks would have just gave me the trailer, but I'm always was like, hey, I don't want to be down here no more. I wish I'd have left my goddamn self. For real. But yeah, that's that part right there.
Yeah, I know at that time you probably probably felt like you should have left.
Yeah, should have just left, man, because, man, I know we weren't going to get nowhere in Camden. You know what I'm saying? Because, number one, that was one of my stomping grounds. That's why that's why I played the most at.
And you used to get out of that environment.
You have to get out of that environment, bro, in order to change. You know, it ain't no way you going to still sit around where you normally got high at and do something. Or you going to always have somebody to piss you off, which was her, to run you out there to go do it. She knew my triggers. You know, she knew if she pissed me off, I was gone. 2-3 days gone. Coming back looking like Sammy Davis Jr. But still had money in my pocket. But still had bread in my pocket, goddamn.
You couldn't have been that bad of a person, goddamn. I'm gonna keep going back to that. You couldn't have been no bad person, that bad of a person for somebody to stay in. Y'all did what y'all did together for 12, 8, 9 years of the company, and then 12 years.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. I think things changed when Corona hit because like everything had froze up, and we had a couple of shows that them folks want their deposit back. When nobody coming outside.
Yeah.
And I think that's when everything took a left for us.
Yeah.
For us. Yep.
Yeah, when that coronavirus came in, it stopped a lot of stuff in here. A lot of that money was short, in different everywhere, jobs and everywhere. So
Yeah.
it hurt a lot of people.
It did, man. I know it fucked us up, man. It damn near took us off the, you know what I'm saying? By the time everybody started coming back out, it was so much shit between me and her just alone till, cause it's like I stopped doing videos basically when Corona hit. You know what I'm saying? We was still, when we was getting booked, we wasn't pulling the numbers like it was. A lot of people were still scared to come out. Anytime you take your time and try to invest in something and then it don't work out, you lose off of that.
Yeah.
You done spent money, you feel me, to make something happen and then you didn't even make shit. But then we went to the pastors, and the pastors, by us up there shooting, it brought us back alive. You know, cause the money started back rolling in through the social media. If the money rolling in through the social media, you don't need a show. You see what I'm saying? If you making that money on Facebook, YouTube or whatever, you don't need no shows, bro.
Yeah, cause y'all had a following, Tim.
Exactly. Cause you looking at it, shit. You really want $4,000 a show, but sometimes they talk you down to 35, 3. You know what I'm saying? So by the time you get that little bit, but the social media, if you can see $20,000 a month and sit at the house, that's a blessing. That's a blessing. Just do skits. That's why I didn't understand, like, you throw all that away for less than $1,000 a month now. You know what I'm saying? You got to be bringing pressure, dog, to really get this money off social media.
Oh, yeah.
The way they got this set up, it's like constantly. You can't go a day without posting. And whatever you posting, it got better, you know what I'm saying? Just hope it be good with people watching it. Because if it ain't, you ain't finna make no bread, you know.
Yeah, like you said, you got to do something different on that social media because everybody doing the same thing.
Exactly. So, you know, that's why Country Wayne went the way he went with what he got going on. Because you gotta have an ongoing thing. You gotta have something like almost like a soap opera. You know how the stories used to come on every day. Our mom and dad, well, not our daddy was at work, but our mama wouldn't miss that soap opera.
Yeah.
You gotta come with it like that now. I wonder what's gonna happen tomorrow, type. You feel me? Yeah. Skits ain't gonna get it. Skits gonna run out all the time. You gotta have storylines.
Yeah, it's something different.
Yeah. People gotta be involved. It can't be just you no more. You done ran a flat. You done ran 8, 9 years. People just watching you. You. Okay.
Yeah, it's gotta be something different because like you said, everybody got a video.
Everybody got a video now. Everybody trying to do videos now, you know. And I've been in the game long enough. I know how this shit, because I do read this shit. You got a lot of motherfuckers just up here just posting,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, you can post all you want to, but you ain't got no storyline to grab people's attention. Just be posting.
And it's just like this with people on their pages and they're talking about people, making posters about people or whatever. Only thing that does, that page would never be monetized. It'd be already in a category by itself because it's misinformation. You know what I'm saying? You go up here and you speak on anybody's name. I don't care who they are, the president, anybody. You speak on people's name in Facebook eyes, that's misinformation. You know what I'm saying? So that page would never be monetized because you got to think about it. Once you get a strike, and don't tell how long that strike. That strike could be 3 months, 6 months. All you know be like, damn, everybody getting paid for their shit except for me. Because these people ain't getting up there on their pages lying. Mm-hmm.
That's what the attention, but I think people that's coming at you, Terry, I really don't believe they want to be a content creator. I just think they just want to kill your career.
Oh, that? Yeah, they'll give out a breath before they do that. You can't stop what God got in play. You see what I'm saying?
I don't think they got an agenda of being a content creator.
Probably don't. Probably don't.
And there's people out there in the world that think like that.
Well, you know, I look at it like this. If you that type of person, that you just a nothing person. If you don't have an agenda to the reason why you doing something, why do something that don't produce? Why put your time involved in something that's not going to pay a bill? It's not going to do nothing great for you. Come on now. Is that our normal people in the world today? No.
There's a lot of people that come on your page that I say ain't normal. They get on your page, they been talking about, I'm tired of hearing this about Melissa. I'm tired of hearing that. Once you go to start trying to talk about something else, do your skits, you're going to have 5 or 6 people come on your page and say, where's Melissa?
Exactly. And that's to get the conversation started back up. So they can go right around and say, all he do is talk about her.
Then they turn around and do, all you do is talk about her.
You feel me? Yeah, exactly.
And watching and see, like, y'all want to, criticize them about everything, but y'all still not looking at it. Y'all keep bringing this mess to him when he trying to do something.
Well, it's going to always come up because you got to think about the last 14 years, now 15. We've been broke up now almost 2 years, 15, 14, the last 12 years, 13, 14 years. The last 14 years is going to always, it's going to go right back around to her, no matter what you talk about.
Oh, yeah. I noticed that on a lot of stuff. I see what you were talking about.
It's going to always reflect back around to her, no matter which way you go. Just having a conversation, people want to know why this and why that. It's going to reflect back to that angle. You can't sit up there and think that it's not, So that's what I just try to do. Me and New Boo started trying to do the little skits. A lot of times we done did skits, me and her. And then we'll get into it about I don't like that shit. Because one thing I can say, me and Melissa didn't get into it a lot. Not like that. Well, we, ain't talking to each other like that. So when you staying busy at your craft, there's no time for argument. You know what I mean? It's like both of y'all working, both of y'all coming up trying to come up with it. But see, New Boy ain't never seen the income from this before. She won't see that until next month. I'm talking about for her own self. So once she sees that, maybe things will really change, for us. We're doing skits or doing whatever we do. Cause I'm trying to walk away from them skits. For real, I'm trying to. But see, she don't be wanting to be seen. And that's a problem. You feel me? We're doing what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. Well, one thing about it, though, Tia, she doing a damn good job. I gotta give her that.
So that's how I gotta run it until she feel comfortable enough. You see what I'm saying? So I leave that alone and just accept what I can, get what I can out of it. You feel me?
But I don't understand why people come at you about not seeing her. But when he really did show his wife for 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
And ain't nobody said nothing.
And see, and the thing was, I was trying not to show Melissa. I didn't want to show her because I felt like we will accomplish way more without her being seen. You feel me? And I was right. I said, soon as they see you, shit gonna turn left. It's gonna be like, okay, we still doing the same old skits, just me and you. After all these years, they done seen who you is. shit become boring to watch. You feel me? Ain't no new people involved. That's just like right now. If we ain't shooting something with somebody else involved, going on, the folks don't want to watch shit from just ourselves. You know, unless you just that real funny person. You know, but some people can act funny, but they're not personality funny. And I think she's not personality funny. You know, she's the type of person, man, that she's funny. And you ever seen a person that's funny and don't even know they funny? That's a person that ain't trying to be funny for real, but every word they say, every movement, they funny. It's funny to you. Words they can't pronounce correctly. You be over there, you know the words and you can pronounce the words, so it's funny to you because they can't. And it's funny. This shit is funny. They're like, okay, our first ever, no, hands down, our first conversation together. I couldn't stop laughing for shit. I couldn't stop laughing to the fact that she felt offended. She was like, why you keep laughing at me every time? But even that little bit was, I'm dying. You know, I was like, man, you just funny. You funny as hell and don't even know it. They ain't trying to be funny.
They ain't trying to be funny. They were funny.
Mm-hmm. And when those kind of people try to be funny, that's when they don't be funny.
That's when they don't be funny.
Yep. But see, I'm gonna set this live out, man. We're gonna come back tomorrow night when I met TT. The truth is on. Peace.